Hello and welcome to our virtual concert for Mental Health Week. My name is Stephanie Dueck and I'm the rec programmer for City of Morden and happy to host our concert today for our fourth annual celebration of Mental Health Week. I want to start out by thanking our sponsors, Southern Health, Healthy Living Together Grant, Eden Foundation, and City of Morden.
Hello and welcome to our virtual concert for Mental Health Week. My name is Stephanie Dueck, and I'm the rec programmer for City of Morden, and happy to host our concert today.
Sorry about that. We are back. We also want to give back with this virtual event. We're accepting donations to United Way throughout this concert. Let's support the many local organizations that provide programs and services to support good mental health. The donation link is in the video description. The Mental Health Week was first marked by Canadian Mental Health Association in 1951. And Mental Health Week events are meant to promote behaviors and attitudes that foster well-being, support good mental health, and create a culture of understanding and acceptance. We hope we're doing just that with this event. The theme of this year's Mental Health Week is social connection. Connecting with other people and our communities doesn't just feel good, it's good for our mental health. It's common in our society to ask people how they are. Unfortunately, it's also common not to provide or expect a truthful answer. So, as we live through the COVID-19 global pandemic, we need each other now more than ever. It's time to get real about how we feel and lean on others for support. We also need music now more than ever before. Hopefully you've been taking advantage of all the quarantunes that have been circulating. And if not, you still have time for that. We're glad you've joined us today. We're excited to present Patrick Simoens and Paul Bergman for our Mental Health Week concert. Feel free to click the artist links in the video description. Patrick Simoens is the front man of Morden, Manitoba folk rock group Lakes and Pines. 2017 marked the release of their first full-length album, Peace Comes at Last. The dynamic compositions bring a powerful narrative to the forefront with nature and the human condition prevalent throughout the 11 tracks of the debut. The acoustic roots of each song are woven with ambient guitars, diverse rhythms, and a strong string section, providing listeners with a wealth of warm tones. Patrick, give us a little hello.
Hi.
All right, and Paul Bergman first released his first recording in 2003. His most recent record is Anthropology, released at the tail end of 2015. Paul has performed around southern Manitoba and toured across the Prairie provinces. He lives in the Altona area, where he is at work on his next album. Give us a little wave, Paul, and say hello.
Hello, 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 everybody.
All right, Patrick, we're turning it to you for the first few songs to inspire us, make us think, and get real about mental health.
Okay. Thank you. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So, yeah, I'm broadcasting from the Access Event Center, actually, in Morden, as you can see from the hockey rink behind me. So I would have done this at home, but my internet's not the greatest. So, yeah, their doors are still closed to the public, but they're practicing all the social distancing and everything. And I just want to say thanks for letting me use your space and your internet. Cool. So yeah, I chose my songs based on just songs that helped me through some tough times, and some will be originals, some will be covers, and yeah, when you're in a low place, there's always a song that's ready to be there with you, and this one's always been there for me, and it's by Portishead. It's called Roads. anybody see? We've got a war to fight, never find our way, regardless of what they say. How can it feel this wrong? From this moment, how can it feel this wrong? Stone in the morning light, I feel no more. What can I say? Frozen to myself, I got nobody on my side. Surely it ain't right. Surely that ain't right. How can it feel this wrong? From this moment, how can it feel this wrong? Oh, can't anybody see? We've got a war to fight, never find our way, regardless of what they say. How can it feel this wrong? From this moment, how can it feel this wrong? Thanks. Yeah, it's a little bit weird because there's like this awkward silence in here now in this room, and usually there's like people clapping and stuff, and now it's like, yeah, it's dead silent. So speaking of that, this next song is by John Lennon, and it's called Isolation. A lot of people feeling isolated these days, I think. People say we got it made. Don't they know we're so afraid? Isolation. We're afraid to be alone. Everybody got to have a home. Isolation. Just a boy and a little girl trying to change the whole wide world. Isolation. The world is just a little town. Everybody trying to put us down. Isolation. I don't expect you to understand after you've caused so much pain. But then again, you're not to blame. You're just a human, a victim of the insane. We're afraid to be alone. We're afraid of everyone, afraid of the sun. Isolation. The sun will never disappear, but the world may not have many years. Isolation. Man, I wish I could do that one again. Yeah, so I've got one more song for this set. We're gonna switch back and forth, me and Paul. So yeah, this one is an original. It's off our Lakes and Pines album, and when I was little, my brother Claude committed suicide and changed my life and my whole family's life, and so I wrote this song, kind of imagining what he would look like today, what he'd be like. The world is filled with joyful people, hanging Christmas lights upon a tree. I sit around the house pretending I'm you at the Boy Scout Jamboree. Any gift would be unequal to the happy child I used to be. Someone lie to me. Tell me everything will be just fine. home and parted to the side. Take my glasses off and put them on the sink so I can see your eyes. Then I look into the mirror, and it seems as though you're still alive. Someone lie to me. Tell me everything will be just fine. If only I'd believe them. I use my imagination that I had to learn when I was 9. But I recall your arms were bigger, and I see I'm wearing a disguise. And though I find it hard to say it, I'll never know the Claude who chose life. Why did you leave? You didn't know you'd heal in time, 'cause you were only 17.
Thank you so much, Patrick. That was amazing and quite the backdrop there that you have. Thanks so much for being so real and honest and sharing that music with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
If you want to hear any of those songs again, this video will be on the City of Morden Facebook page, and you can listen to it as many times as you like. We're still accepting donations to United Way and will continue throughout this concert. Let's support the many local organizations that provide programs and services to support good mental health. The donation link is in the video description. Music washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. Berthold Auerbach. We're passing the mic to Paul now to help us do just that.
Hello. Hello. Am I coming through? Perfect. Hello, everybody. It is a pleasure to be here. Just 1 second. I want to see. There we go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me be here. Thank you to Stephanie and the folks in Morden, Mike for doing all the tech stuff, and thanks to Patrick for also being here and playing. It's a pleasure to hear you, Patrick, and it's a pleasure to see you in front of the hockey rink. I'm over my toes, I'm under my hat. I got 8 lives less than a cat. That's not all, there's more to it than that. But what I can't see, where the sundogs have come out to play. I feel like an ice age saying farewell, and I feel like a tale for others to tell. I walk on the river with Lou Ariel, who said he'd love to stay, but the sundogs have come out to play. When the waste of winter lies in my heart, lights dance in the north in the dark. These magnetic movements, a spectral arc that rises and then fades away when the sundogs have come out to play. My nose is running, I'm falling behind. I got hoarfrost on my mind. Yesterday's deaf and tomorrow is blind, but that don't matter today. Well, the sundogs have come out to play. Okay. It's super easy to forget that there's somebody else there. I'm just here in this space, eh? I hope that there's other people there. I mean, there's a few people. And, you know, I hope you're well, wherever you are. This is what I was playing on. It's called an omnichord. So, you know, Friday fun fact. The silences are awkward, but I mean, what isn't awkward? But also the thing about awkwardness is that it's only as awkward as you feel it to be. So I'm just really honored to be here. And in this time of life, when we can't really be with all the people we want to be, not only does this do, this more than does. This is lovely. So, namaste.
COVID times aside, I mean, who can think about anything else right now? I mean, I can. You can too. Life can get hard, right? Right now it's hard for a lot of people with money, with health, with fear, with kids in the house, with all these sorts of things. Their lives are in upheaval. It's hard, but also the rest of the time life is hard for a lot of people. And if it's not hard for you, well, that's amazing. I don't understand you, but blessings all the time. It's awesome. And so the theme of this week, this mental health week, I mean, to me, mental health is just health. I mean, it's just health. It's all health. If you're sick, if you're not well, if you got a tummy ache, if you got a headache, whatever it is, it's good. It's better to be well. So when Stephanie first asked me to participate, mental health songs, I was like, well, whatever. They're all mental health songs. And that's kind of true. I wasn't just trying to be difficult. I'm naturally difficult. So anyway, like Patrick said, there's all these songs that innately, intrinsically sort of uplift or at least commiserate. And even like they've done studies on it, even if there's sad songs, people, whatever's happening in the brain, people feel better. They feel eased by that sympathy or the sympathetic spirit of whoever's singing the song. So that's lovely, right? Anyway, here's a song. Here's a song about a fellow who had some problems, but nobody really knew, because as these things go, the human capacity for mind reading is relatively limited and woefully inaccurate much of the time. And this fellow didn't say much, so sad. It's a song called Willie Brown. Brown is in Braun, just for the record, B-R-A-U-N. But it's pronounced Brown here. Willie Brown woke up one morning in the merry, merry month of May, and he heard the wind blow outside his window. It was a fine spring day. And he got up and he got dressed. He brushed his teeth and combed his hair. And down the stairs his mother called, and Willie stalled. Just a minute, Mom, I'll be right there. Now come now and eat your breakfast, or the bus will be here soon. And your father is out seeding, and he'll sure be needing your help this afternoon. And Willie ate quick and was out the door. See you later, Mom, and goodbye, son. There was an old 22 in the barn. He knew he was not to touch that gun.
But he took it down and he loaded it up, and he put it to his forehead, and his heart beat bigger as he pulled the trigger and left himself for dead. The bus was waiting at the road, just like it always does. And his mother called his name until she came to the barn where Willie was. And she cried out when she saw him, and she ran and she gathered herself around him, and she wept and she prayed while her darling boy he lay dead right where she found him. And that night she sat up in his room, and on his bed she wept without end. And outside the breeze blew through the poplar trees. She could hear them bend. Brown woke up one morning in the merry, merry month of May, and he heard the wind blow outside his window. It was a fine spring day.
So, Johnny Cash said about a lot of songs, I guess, that they're not necessarily recommendations, and having some problems here. And so, like, he's saying, you know, Folsom Prison, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. He wasn't recommending you go do that, of course. Nor was he saying he actually did it. It's not like that. But at the same time, songs, like any art form, are part of the lexicon, and they can inform our lives and how we live, and we can learn from them, these old folk tales and whatever. It's just water. Tepid. And so sometimes there are morals to the story, to the song, to the whatever, and sometimes there aren't. And it's just like, wow, that sucks. That's really sad. And it's like that emoji. What can you do at this point, you know? Aside from love. 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 Yourself, others, especially yourself. Start there. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I just kind of did, but I didn't mean it that way. Anyway, I'm going to play one more song and then pass the proverbial singing stick back to Patrico.
I heard the weatherman calling for a tornado. I open up the door, then and down I go in the cellar. In the cellar. In the cellar with the pickles and the jam. That's where I am. Now there's garlic on a nail and apples in a box. There are carrots in a pail, cucumbers in the crocks. In the cellar. In the cellar. In the cellar with the pickles and the jam. That's where I am. Now the garden grows cabbage, I make sauerkraut. Small potatoes are the first to sprout. In the cellar. In the cellar. In the cellar with the pickles and the jam. That's where I am. I'm a self-ordained monk in self-imposed exile. I get no sympathy here except from the weeping tile. In the cellar. In the cellar. In the cellar with the pickles and the jam. That's where I am. Just won't keep, the seal won't hold, the fruit will spoil under the mold. But the seeds are where it's sweetest, and it is sweetest at the center. You wait for them to ripen, so you can store them against the winter. Against the winter. Oh, I try to hear you talking, but all I get is static. I'm down here in the cellar, you're up there in the attic. In the cellar. In the cellar. In the cellar with the pickles and the jam. That's where I am.
That sounds like a well-stocked cellar. I'd like to check that out. Is that your cellar?
Well, once upon a time. Now it's quite paltry in the proverbial pantry, but I appreciate your interest nonetheless.
Yes, I am interested. Thanks, Paul. That was great. And if
You're
you
very
want to hear
welcome.
any of those songs again, this video will be on the City of Morden Facebook page, and you can listen to it as many times as you like. I have another quote for you. Music can lift us out of depression or move us to tears. It is a remedy, a tonic, orange juice for the ear. Oliver Sacks. Patrick, we are ready for another serving of orange juice from you. Take it away.
Right on. I think I don't see myself on the screen. I don't know if that means I'm not on there. Or I see you, Stephanie, but so look. But anyway, yeah, orange juice. I think the song would definitely be spiked a little bit if it was orange juice. It's got something extra in there, I think. It's a song I wrote for anybody who's feeling rejected or left on the sidelines. Tonight I hold a vigil for the hearts who've been restrained. Should love be a burden? Should it be a ball and chain? Is it safe to tell you what I feel? We all fill a space, but why does mine have to be concealed? Decomposing and wasting away. Well, I don't want you if you don't want me. You say that name, such a tired old refrain. Does it carry you away, or does it hold you down with shame? I don't Embedded in a place beyond time, we rot in the dirt when we die, and feed berries in the heat of July. Embedded in a place beyond time, we rot in the dirt when we die, to feed berries in the heat of July. In the heat of July. In the heat of July. Thanks. Yeah, I guess that fuzz pedal maybe was I was thinking was the liquor and the juice. But yeah, so like I said before, yeah, there's always a song that's there for you, I think. And I make so many playlists, and when I'm feeling this way, when I'm feeling that way, I make playlists. Or I have certain albums that I listen to when I'm feeling a certain way, and sometimes a song is to like you're down, so you pick a song that is down there with you, not necessarily a song to like, hey, cheer me up, with some pep. So I do really appreciate those songs that'll like be down there in the dumps with you. But then I do also obviously like some songs that try and cheer you up a little bit. And this next song I'm going to play is a cover by Eels. Mark Oliver Everett is the chief guy there. And yeah, a lot of his songs would be down there in the dumps with me sometimes. And this is definitely one that I used to dig myself out. And it's called Somebody Loves You. But I should have been tuning while I was saying all that, because I need to have a different tuning for this song. But what else can I say about it? Yeah, this hockey rink. Paul, I'm going to tune for a bit. You want to talk with me?
Yes.
So it doesn't really get any more Canadian than this. I'm playing to an empty hockey rink, but
Fun fact.
imagine yourself in those seats.
Did you play hockey?
No, I wanted to when I was little. Like, I was a big Patrick Waugh fan, Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really skate, so of course that was the end there.
Well, that would make two of us.
Yeah, you're not a skater.
No. Talking about mental health, that sort of was depressing, wasn't it? I could play on boots. Boots, that was it though.
Yeah, street hockey. I played lots of street hockey.
See, there you go.
So, yeah, I'm more of a English football man now than hockey. So.
Very refined. How did you hear about this Eels song? How did you get into the Eels?
I can't, like the Eels, like they were a 90s band. I listened to them when I was in high school. Novocaine for the Soul was
Right.
Their big hit, and then people might call them a one-hit wonder, but I disagree. For me, they have like albums full of gold. Like, yeah, maybe not everything's amazing, but there's a lot of really good stuff. So I'm a fan.
Lovely. It's
Yeah.
lovely to hear you, Patrick.
Thank you, and you too. I was really enjoying your
I wasn't just saying that to solicit compliment back. I was actually just saying it.
Oh no, I believe you.
Okay, appreciate that.
But yeah, so I think I'm ready to screw this one up too. So
Can I still make comments while you're singing?
maybe type them or something. I might like. You'd think that being like not having an audience in front of you, it's less distracting, so you'd be able to focus more on what you're doing. But I'm not experiencing that. I'm finding myself to be just as distracted. I think it's because it's so weird.
So that's why I'm saying I'm here to help you. If you let me heckle you, it'll feel like more natural for you. I'm just trying to help.
Right. I'm trying not to look at the screen when I'm playing. It's like weird. It's so weird.
As you will.
Anyway, I'll try my best to do the song justice, and if I don't, just go on Apple Music and listen to it or buy his records. It's called Somebody Loves You by Eels. So, thank you, Paul. Woke up with a bang and a bug on your face. It crawled in your mouth and gave you a taste of the good life that you left behind. But I think you're gonna be fine. Somebody loves you and you're gonna make it through. Somebody loves you and you're gonna make it through. This nagging malaise is more than a phase. It feels like a job, but no boss ever pays you to lay there and think how you'll die while the tears start to well in your eyes. Somebody loves you and you're gonna make it through. Somebody loves you and you're gonna make it through. One more Saturday, all alone through the night. You've got to be sure when you turn out that light that it's going to turn on again. You got to be your good friend. Somebody loves you and you're gonna make it through. Somebody loves you and you're gonna make it through. Somebody loves you and you're gonna make it through. Somebody loves you and you're gonna make it through. Yeah, so that's that one. And I'm actually on to my last song. And this is another original. It's on our Lakes and Pines album, Peace Comes at Last. Should probably plug it in. Works better that way. And yeah, I just want to say thanks to Stephanie and Mike and Paul and everybody else involved in this, and it's been interesting. And so it's my last song for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in. And it's called Soon I'll Be Fine. And it's about getting through a season in life or through a season of winter, literally, if you want. Or through COVID, if you want. So I want to dedicate it till the rain helps. But I can't feel the rays. I just feel the blues, and that's okay, 'cause it's been a long cold winter. And I'll try not to whine, 'cause there's pain in our kind, and I don't wanna trouble you people with mine. But it's such relief, and soon I'll be fine. Yeah, it's been a long cold winter. That's it.
Thanks so much, Patrick. That was fabulous. I think the lines that stood out to me most in your songs, one of them was from the Eels, woke up with a bang and a bug on your face. That's quite the image.
That's sometimes how a day feels.
It is, yeah. So it's great to have music that can meet us wherever we are.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
And sometimes music is the only thing that gets your mind off everything else. And we are going to see where Paul's music will take us to. It's back to you, Paul, for the last set of our concert.
Thank you, Stephanie. Can Patrick and I talk for a second? Can I still talk to him?
Like,
If he wants to.
to me?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool.
Patrick,
Yeah.
I wanted to know, beyond music, do you have any, not necessarily explicitly mental health tricks, but like hacks? What else do you do to care for yourself? Oh, good question, Paul. Thank you.
Good question, Paul.
Thanks.
Thank you. For me, going out into nature, like anywhere, out to the lake, here Minnewaska is a quick fix, I find, for a bad mood. Yeah, I mean, that's a deep question. I mean, I'm not really qualified to answer that by any means. And there's definitely some things that music or nature can't fix, and there's all sorts of solutions for that people should seek out. But yeah, that's one other thing, the music that I do. How about you?
Flossing.
Like
That's something. I don't like it. I don't like doing it. I actually hate doing it. It doesn't take very long though. I only do it 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. But I hate it. But I feel good that I do it. So when I go to the dentist next time, have you been flossing? Yeah, I have. Quit asking me. 3 times a week, I do it. Okay. And then they say, "We'll do it more." I said, "No, I'm already pushing it." But it's just like I saw somewhere online where they said you should. I don't really like this rationale either, but I kind of was amused by it, that you should think about your future self and do favors for your future self. So it's like my future self, myself tomorrow wants to be able to say, I flossed last night. I don't want to floss right now. So then I do those things for future Paul. You know what I'm saying? That's about it though, just flossing.
Yeah, taking care of yourself, that's a good one.
Thank you. That's all. Just checking.
Okay.
If you have anything more, then pipe up anytime.
Will do.
Appreciate that. Okay. Now I'll sing some songs. There's lots of things to get depressed about if you're into that kind of thing. In about 6-ish weeks or so, the days are going to start getting shorter. That's true. And it's funny. It's really funny because people get really uppity about that. But you can't do anything about it, not even approximately. And it's a good thing we can't. But, and it's a good thing the earth is tilted, seasons, equilibrium, it all kind of evens out. It's a lovely thing. But it is remarkable because it just feels like we're getting into the swing of things here. And the lilacs haven't even bloomed. And then a couple more days, sun starts, well, it looks like it starts going that way, but so anyway, this is a song, it's more autumnal than springtime, but we got to keep everything in mind. I mean, not everything, but the evanescence, the cyclical nature of everything's fleeting, nothing's final. It's not my opinion, it's just the case.
The nights are coming in fast, and they're coming in cool, and the leaves are living the golden rule. As the wild winds bellow and blow, keep the home fires burning when I go. Chop that wood and stack it high. You live your life learning how to die. Don't get your hopes down too low. Keep the home fires burning when I go. Down, oh burn it down. Just leave the cellar, just leave it in the ground. Now burn it down, oh burn it down. You're just a tourist in this town. Your hotel in a slow spell, you know that I wish you well in each cell where I dwell. Won't you lean on my doorbell? And you're in your skin, a stranger like you've always been. Now and then, begin again. And who cares what you win? Oh, what you win. slow spell, you know that I wish you well in each cell where I dwell. Won't you lean on my door bell? On my doorbell.
I heard somewhere that the decaying note from a guitar string is just one of the most beautiful sounds in the world. I didn't say it. There are a lot of sounds in the world, but it is a beautiful, like it's not specific to me, just any guitar string dying, decaying, off into les distances. If you're keeping track at home, that was the fourth instrument. I'm just joking. I mean, it was, but whatever. Who cares, right? Even in this time, I'm not going to say that much. But the thing is, with this conversation, it's like at a concert, it's awkward because the guy is up on stage, or girl, or human, I should say, is up on stage saying things with a microphone, and the PA is blasting out the person's words. And they're like, hey, how's it going? And people are like, yeah. It's not really a conversation, is it? So this is kind of awkward insofar as you can't talk back, really. I guess you can send comments to Facebook, the old F book. That's fine, but it's still not really a conversation, is it? So this time, the corona time, has obviously exacerbated people's solitude and isolation, some people's. But it's a beautiful thing to me that we can only be together sometimes in spirit when we have to be together apart, and that I love that. I love that a lot. So this is a song kind of about that. I don't really know. It's just a song. You can make of it what you will. It's a song called I Just Want to Walk in the Dark with You. Put your hand here in mine. Let's go now. Now's the time. And I don't even care where we go to. And I just wanna walk in the dark with you. We go to a friend's place and laugh out loud.
I just can't wait to get out of the crowd. 'Cause when the party is finally through, and I just wanna walk in the dark with you. And you're as near as the stars, as far as my eyes. And is the sky to us what we are to the sky? And I may lie beside you, but this is true. And I just wanna walk in the dark with you. We're in this love that reaches to dust. Soon a star will appear that is made of us. And you smile like it's something that you knew. And I just wanna walk in the dark with you. And I just wanna walk in the dark with you. I just wanna walk in the dark with you.
Okay. I'll play one more song, and then Stephanie, I think, will say a couple more things, and then I guess we'll go our separate ways. I mean, we've kind of in our separate ways right now, though, aren't we? And that's kind of lovely, like I say. It's love right now, and that's okay. So anyway, thank you again to Stephanie and Mike for looking after everything over there, and Patrick for playing. And thanks everybody for being here. I hope you're really well. Whatever that means for you and whatever that looks like for you. And I hope you're taking just exceptional care of yourself. And I hope that you're exceedingly loving inside and excessively tender, because it's not excessive. I've also wanted to thank, I didn't notice this till all this video stuff was happening, that I knew I had a lazy eye, but it's pretty severe. So I'd like to thank my one eye for pulling more than its fair share. Anyhow, really appreciate that. The other songs I wrote, this song I didn't. It's an old tune from somewhere called This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All in this house, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, all in this house, I'm gonna let it shine. All in this house, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Out in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, out in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, so I have no idea who's all out there, where you are, how you are, any of those things. And I'm interested, but I don't really care about the particulars. You know? I just care that you're well. That's it. That's it. Whatever that looks like for you. And you know, that's the thing. Whatever help you can get, and there's all sorts you can get. Meditation, medication, psychotherapy, reading, I don't know, whatever works for you. That's great. It's great. And all the help you can get from friends and family and whoever else, that's also great. More than one can say. But it's also just you. It's just you. Like whatever you need, you know. And whatever that looks like is okay. And it's way more than okay. It's hard to think of much that matters more. So, any step you take in that direction, with that kind of love inside, it can't go wrong. It can't go wrong. You're never not on the path. So, you don't need it, but you have my affirmation and blessing, the widest blessing. And you know you don't need it. So, I'm going to sing this little chorus here a time or two, and you're welcome to sing along. I won't hear you, but I'll feel you. And if that makes you better, if it makes you feel better, if it makes your life better for a moment, then rock and roll.
And if it doesn't, if you'd rather just sit there or go get a snack or something or just sleep or whatever, if that makes you feel better, rock and roll. I just hope you're your best friend. Okay? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here we are. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That was my cough. Take care, everybody. Namaste.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you so much for that music and for that beautiful cuff chord at the end. That was lovely. And Patrick, goodbye to you. Thank you for sharing your music with us.
Thanks for having me. Bye, Stephanie.
Yes, it's been great to be here with you, to listen to this music. Hopefully you've heard some music that's met you where you're at, something that's spoken to you and where you're at. If not, make a playlist. That was a suggestion from Patrick, and I think it's a great one. Make a playlist for whatever you're feeling at any time. And music certainly has a power to it that isn't quite explainable. We are still accepting donations to United Way, so feel free to click on that link and donate. Let's support our many local organizations that provide programs and services to support good mental health. The donation link is in the video description and also in the comments. So thank you so much for being here, and feel free to share this video afterwards with your friends and contacts. Let's really make this a great mental health week. Let's be champions for mental health by getting real about how we feel and being the person that people can be real with. Thank you for watching, and thanks again to our sponsors, Southern Health, Healthy Living Together Grant, Eden Foundation, and City of Morden. This concert video will continue to be available, and you can share it with the hashtags Get Real and Mental Health Week. Good night and take care.